How's it going, everybody? Gaming Bear here. I hope your morning, day, night, or whenever you happen to be watching this has been absolutely phenomenal. We are finally here with my yTb Madden series. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this, it is a roleplay aspect game mode that I have personally created to get you guys involved in a series. Outside of just watching it, hitting a thumbs up, commenting what you enjoy down below. This one, like I said, has a roleplay aspect. You guys get to create a player. The application to do so is down in the description. We have 9 total members for episode 1 here. It is the Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals. I will quickly show you guys each of the existing players that I said are going to be in game 1. You get to see the attribute points where you told me to allocate Yosef. You don't get to see your speed, but you do have 70 speed just because, you know, certain positions wanted to scroll down, and I kind of just screenshotted to give you guys a good image of what your player looks like. If you want any changes, have that be facial features, skin tone, equipment, anything like that, be sure to go ahead and comment down below, and I will get that edited and updated for you for the next game. And I'm happy that, of course, 9 members is a great start to the series. Hopefully we can get some more people just to make the competition that much more intense. We definitely have a game for this one. It is a fantasy style experience table. You guys can check out how the players can earn up experience and grow levels, and when you do grow a level, you get 5 attribute points to allocate onto your player. There is 100 attribute points as a base build to put into your player, so you are automatically better than the CPU players that are the NFL default rosters, as Ant Truck You goes ahead and kind of lives up to his name a little bit. You saw that he trucked 2 defenders at the same time and then went ahead and sledgehammered his way into the end zone. So I didn't like that. I am the running back, the opposing running back right here, only picking up a couple of yards. But of course, Gaming Bear is my man right there. You guys hopefully will enjoy the player icons on the top left and right of the screen. Offense will always be on the top left, defense on the top right. If it's a quarterback to running back, you will see the player icon transition to who then is in position of the ball. For example, right here you see Player Beast going ahead and making the tackle, just to help you guys keep an eye out of when actual user players make a play. And unfortunately, quarterbacks don't really get any extra cutscenes or animations, because when you complete a pass to the end zone, they kind of rob you from your glory. You get it on the stat sheets, but in terms of you getting to showboat, it's the receiver that gets to do it. So if you happen to throw a touchdown pass to a CPU or aka AI default roster player, typically that's already on the Lions or the Cardinals, and right here, probably don't want to go ahead and throw interceptions to CPU players or just in general Josh Oof. I'm happy that you're my quarterback, but if you can deter or shy away from throwing passes towards anybody wearing red on their jerseys, that'd be much appreciated. I hope that Dragon Elite can, like in the past series on my old channel, I was a quarterback at that point, and there's certain categories stat-wise that you want to lead, and certain categories you wouldn't mind allowing the opposing player of the same position as you leading. For example, I wouldn't mind Ant Truck You to go ahead and, lead in the category specifically resolving fumbles. He can fumble as many times as he possibly wants. He can run away with that statistic and just be the king of fumbleitis, or whatever you want to put it. That man can have that title. But for the most case, I'm hoping to finally bust off a big run just like this one, because I believe this was my 7th carry already as CJ Hyphy trying to track me down, and I forgot what Hyphy's speed is, but he damn near caught me, and I was about to be really PO'd if he was going to track me down and rob me from that touchdown. But I did get in there, kind of boosted up my average, because like I said, I had 7 carries. I believe that was my 7th carry, and oh my lord, Trucked You once again living up to the name that he gave himself, and he built his running back to do things, or he's capable of just absolutely annihilating defenders. So Joe Beastman just tighten up those cleats, maybe adjust your shoulder pads a little bit tighter just so you can deliver some hits back, because I have a feeling it's going to be a long season for my defensive players on the Detroit Lions against that man Truck You. Dragon Elite, of course, he has experience under his belt being a quarterback in the yTb Madden series in previous years, so he knows how to build them. This may be a new Madden, so we're all going to have to feel out the new play style. Since this is simulation, things may work differently. Playbooks might tend to favor one over the other. Of course, right now it's a 14-14 ball game, so we'll have to see which team seems better. Of course, I did start the normal players, roster wise, depth chart wise, that had superstars and X factors in their spots behind, of course, our players. So for example, Patrick Peterson is a star on the defense. You got certain players like DeAndre Hopkins, that is the second wide receiver behind Sean Maffia, so he's going to have some extra little oomph behind him. He may have 50 overall attributes, but he does have those abilities. Kind of like that one, being able to activate an ability right there. I think it's slot out or slot in or whatever it's called, and he was able to get inside of my man Wiggles on that corner there. As Ant Truck You gets right back into the end zone. He's that power back. I feel like he's going to be a very tough man to stop, especially down in the red zone. The defensive side of the ball for the Detroit Lions is almost geared to stop the passing game with the two corners, no other defenders. And unfortunately for me, the Arizona Cardinals defense is kind of built to stop me, my running back, with first beast player or player beast in the defensive end, and then CJ Hyphy as the strong safety, right in the both of them kind of in the middle there. Especially the strong safeties tend to light up in the box, kind of like an extra linebacker. So hopefully they don't steal or stop me from getting in the end zone too much, which hasn't been the case so far, getting into the end zone for my third time this game. And I focused my player purely on just agility, speed, acceleration. I almost put a bunch into change of direction because I didn't know how important it was, but I prioritized agility a little bit more first. I'll go into change of direction after it kind of shows me that it needs to be changed. I'm not sure what the necessity of it is. I know it does replace elusiveness, so that's a little bit concerning because I don't know how I'm actually going to progress my player to break tackles. He's just going to be a burner that can change the direction just through agility, kind of like this right there, just that quick cut. I made him 5'6", 200 pounds, so he's a little running back, and hopefully the defense can lose line of sight with him when I'm behind the line of scrimmage, and then just use that speed and bust off a big run, kind of like I have been doing this game. We have a 10-point lead, and I'm very happy about it up until 4th and 4. You see that Sean Maffia gets into the end zone, and this is where the Cardinals, I feel like, regardless of what the deficit is, you guys have the only wide receiver at this moment in Sean Maffia. So, of course, if the Detroit Lions ever come down in like cover 2 or they blitz, you're probably going to be able to get a one-play touchdown, which is always going to hurt my feelings being on the opposing side of it, on the Detroit Lions. I'm the running back, so I would prefer to have the lead because that means I get to run and chew the clock out, while we watch Sean Maffia on a slant or a drag take it upfield for once again another touchdown. I am not liking seeing this. The Arizona Cardinals do have 5 members on their team versus the Lions 4, as Josh Oof, thank you for running the opposite direction of where I was going. I'm assuming that carried the defense over there, and then you kind of threw a crossbody back across the field with your accuracy. I'm happy you were actually capable of making that throw, and that we do complete the 2-point conversion. But that 10 you put in to throw on the run might have been the difference in that play. And again, thank you for looking my way. Thank you for putting 10 throw on the run, because you were able to connect with me. And now splitting the defenders, they both dive and miss. This one is getting a little out of hand now. Of course, we're trying to maintained that lead up by 2 possessions right now, 14 points. And I do really quickly want to say, these CPU wide receivers aren't that bad at catching. They might have 50 attributes, but they are way better in this year's Madden than they were in last year. Of course, they have dropped a few passes as Dragon Elite is continuously testing or throwing towards Desmond Trufant, who gets his 2nd interception this game. So, Dragon Elite, you may be, ahead in stats, all stats, if you want to, I guess speak truthfully here, but it's what, I guess, depending on how you want to look at it, Dragon Elite. You did throw more interceptions, but also more touchdowns and more yards. So it may statistically be a better and or worse game, but this early in our series, you just want experience points. So again, you're the stat leader in every single category, and you are going to take an early jump over Josh Oof because you have more experience gained throughout this game. Because we are not negating experience for turnovers, have that be fumbles or interceptions, because the defensive side of the ball won't, there's no way to negate them from making bad plays, because I don't want to mark them down for missing tackles or allowing catches or anything like that, because then it's just going to get really tricky, and the math of how, the fantasy style experience table I have is just going to get that much more difficult. But again, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the almost cosmetic or the visuals that I have for you guys with the stats. We are going to have your season stats, your career stats. Of course, for season 1, career stats are going to be the same as your season stats, but I'm going to have your game bests, your season bests, and then accolades on the right. At the top is going to be champions for, of course, how many champions we win. Then in the middle there is team captain, and then the bottom is player of the game. And then of course right below that is the experience you gained through the, the video that you watched, the experience that you need for your next level, and then right below that or above season best is the attribute points that you have to allocate onto your players. So be sure to check that number, comment where you want your points allocated in the comment section or in Discord. I guess either one, it's up to you guys. If you are not in my Discord, that and the player creation application to join the series is going to be down in the description of this video. Other than that, it's going to wrap up this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that thumbs up for me, much appreciated, or let me down in the comment section. I just like interacting with you guys, hence the Discord and just the YouTube channel in general. But like I said, that's going to wrap this one up. So again, hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time everybody, Gaming Bear out.